So, hello everybody. I believe we are live. It's wonderful to have you all. So, let's see. Hi there to Manji, to Oksana, to Ollie, to Lucy, to Habi, to AN, to Blood, to Patricia, to SSV, and to Zhenya as well. And to anyone else who's connected. I'm sure there are more. And Ronan, great to have you as well. Okay, so next stream will be on Tuesday, the 11th of April at 9:30 a.m. UK time, as in my normal schedule. Okay, so let's start. Manisco, good afternoon. It's great to have you, Manisco. Okay, so here's the link to this. It's a BBC article. It's called The Slowest Train Journey in India. Hi Linwood, lovely to have you. So this one is called The Slowest Train Journey in India. So here we go. And all you have to do is invent good words to fit into the gaps, as I call it. An open close. So hello Nina, lovely to have you. Okay, nobody uses the Nilgiri Mountain Railway to get from A to B, but for the joy of riding in a train that passes through 16 tunnels, 250 bridges and 208 curves. Okay, so we've got, I love this, we've got pure joy from Oksana, sheer joy from Zhenya, immense joy from SSV, the meandering curves from SSV, which is quite good. Yeah, okay, we got sheer from Patricia, we got sheer from Ronan, for the mere joy. I like mere as well. Sheer from Blood and 208 long curves. Okay, Shalom Renyard, lovely to have you. Steep or sheer curves? Steep or sheer is talking about the angles. It could be, I suppose. I like that. Sheer and hairpin curves. Hairpin curves is quite good, AN. Okay, so the pure joy for Lucy. I love it. The prolonged curves for Ronan. Sheer joy for Ollie. Smooth curves. Serpentine curves. That's very good, Lucy. I'm impressed. So for the sheer joy. Yeah, the winding curves. I love it. So sheer joy is a very good collocation. For sharp curves from Javi. Winding from Patricia. The pure joy is very good, Renyard. The mere joy from Rupa. Sinuous. I like sinuous as well. The dizzy curves. Genuine joy as well. So look at this, the sheer joy, yeah, and serpentine curves. Sheer joy and serpentine curves were definitely the answers. That's very good. So Lucy gets the ice cream for serpentine, very definitely. Dizzying, I like dizzying as well. It's quite a modern word. Okay, so the dizzy curves, dizzying. It's good by Zhenya and Renyard. Okay, let's try the next one then. And this is going to be over 200, isn't it? And here's the next question. Tortuous, tortuous. Serpentine is backwards and forwards. Yes, in this case, serpentine, meandering. They're the same, SSV. I like tortuous curves as well. Good to have you, Haji. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the Nilgiri Mountain Railway. Nilgiri translates to Blue Mountain after the bluish the sun casts on the hills, which locals refer to as NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance, or more fondly as the toy train, is a delightful example of the about the journey being the destination. So Oksana's gone for bluish shades, Lucy's gone for the bluish hue, Blood's gone for the bluish lights, the wisdom for AN for the last one. The bluish glow, I like glow from Zhenya. Bluish glimmers. Glimmer is a good word, Manisco. Haze and mantle for Patricia. Bluish haze for Hubby. I like the word haze. The bluish shadow. Yeah, I guess shadow would work. Tint's a good word as well, Linwood. Bluish shades, bluish shadow, bluish haze. Of the saying about the journey being the destination. The wisdom about the journey being the destination. Okay, so the first one, Lucy got this one directly. Aura. The bluish aura. I think aura would work. The bluish glimmer from Ronan. Hi there, Hadi. The bluish shimmer. Okay, so these are two difficult ones. This first one, yeah, the sun can cast shades. So the bluish hue, shroud. That's a really, really good word, Hubby. That's a really good word. So let me give you the answers now. But that I like that a lot. So the bluish hue. Hue is talking about a colour. Yeah. And the second one, cliché. Yeah, about the journey being the destination. His paint burst, the bluish hue. Okay, so the cliché, the saying. Hi Marina, great to have you. Yeah. Okay, the veil. Ooh, the bluish veil. I like the word veil very definitely. Some really, really good ones. Okay, so his paint's burst, his pants burst. So, ice cream will stay in the fridge. No. I think very definitely ice cream for the first one goes to Lucy, who got bluish hue. Nobody got the cliche, but well. So yes, it will stay in the in the fridge, Genia. Hi Polyglot, great to have you. Okay, so this one looks easy. Yeah? We've got due to for Ollie, due and steep for AN, due for SSV. Gauze, the bluish gauze. I think gauze might work as well. Glittering gradient. Owing to, I like owing to as well. Due to and steep from Oksana. So slope Rupa is a noun. Yeah, slope is a synonym for gradient. Sheer or steep, absolutely SSV. Due to, that's good, Renyard. Due to, well done Linwood. Steep gradient. So Patricia, steep gradient. Lucy says due to steep precipitous. Well done, Linyard. His pants split, Arfanul. My blister burst. Yeah? My shopping bag broke. Yeah? Okay. These are all correct, Arfanul. So Ronan goes for due to an extremely steep gradient. Well done, all of you. That was quite an easy one, but you responded magnificently to it. So, yeah. Whoops. Sorry. That was not what I wanted to put. The breathtaking gradient. I like the word. Extremely uphill gradient. Yeah, steep. Steep. It's got to be steep. Okay, so... And let's put the next one here. Owing to. I like owing to, Patricia. And the second part of this one. So, an extremely dangerous gradient. That definitely works. Well done, Polyglot. So... It takes 5 hours to a distance of 46 kilometers, climbing from the town of Metupalayam at the foothills of the Nilgiris up to the hill town of Adgam and Dalam by British tongues to Utakamund and then shortened by Indians to Uti. So, virtually, nearly for SSV, virtually, to travel. That works as well. Roughly for Genia. About, that definitely works. Almost for Renyard. About and to cover a distance for Oksana. Cover a distance for Genia. A plunging gradient, like a plunging neckline, Patricia, to cover a distance for Renyard. Almost 5 hours. That sounds fine, Ollie. Roughly 5 hours to cover. That's good. Okay, who was that? That was Ollie. Roughly to cut and cover for AN. Changed by definitely Oksana. About 5 hours to cover for Blood. About 5 hours to cover for Lucy. Okay, Marina. About 5 hours to reach a distance. No, reach doesn't work, but about definitely Marina. It takes, notice hubby, a minimum of. It takes a minimum of 5 hours to complete a distance. Complete is fine. Almost 5 hours to cover for Patricia. To reach a distance. I would say to reach a height of. To reach the end. Okay, it takes only 5 hours to travel. That looks fine, Linwood. Altered by British tongues. That's good, Renyard. Mangled by British tongues. I love it, AN. I think mangled is great because it's got a comment as well. About 5 hours to cover from Rupa. Good. About 5 hours to cover. Changed by British tongues from Polly. Good. Transmogrified. That's good, Ollie. Simplified by. Okay, definitely. Blood. Tweaked. I like tweaked as well, Genia. That's good. By. Altered by Ronan. Butchered. Transformed by Oksana. I love it. Translated by. I'm not going to take translated because yeah. Utakamund is just the British butchering the word. It takes approximately 5 hours. Okay, so here come the answers. Well nigh. So Patricia, nigh on. It takes nigh on 5 hours. Yeah. So it takes whoops. It takes nearly 5 hours to twisted by British tongues. I like it, Javi. Sorry, by Rainyard. Abridged by British tongues. That works nicely as well. Amended is the word. Okay? Amended is the word they used originally. I think there's some better words there. Transformed. I love the butchered. Mangled as well by AN is a very good word. Yeah. Altered by Rainyard. Massacred. They wouldn't use butchered, but it's a really good word, Oksana, and I think it's very valid. Yeah. If it was a more independent news channel, not the BBC, I think they might use the word butchered. I'd certainly be tempted to use the word butchered. Okay, the ride back cuts an hour, but the journey by road just takes butchering. I think it's really good. Anglicised. That's really good, Patricia. It's a very good meaning. I like it as well. Anglicised by British tongues. So SSV goes. That looks very good for this one. Okay, so we've got fraction for SSV and Rupa for the last one. The train ride back. Yes, definitely. Okay, yeah. Downhill and fraction. I think Alexander North is going to get the ice cream for this one. I think that's both answers. Just a fraction for Lucy. Good. Train and half for Polly. The actual ride back. Yeah, I guess actual would work. The short ride back, Linwood. Cuts an hour, so it's 4 hours. I think 4 hours to me is quite a long train journey. The whole ride. That's very good, Patricia. Whole ride back cuts an hour. Just a plenty of time. No, doesn't work, Rainyard. Just a half of that time. I would say just half that time, or half of that time. A half of that time. I wouldn't use it with a half, Linwood. Okay, the downhill ride. Well done, Ollie, as well. The reverse ride, not the reversal. The reverse, Ronan. Just a fraction, just a portion. That's good, Patricia. Books are gold. I agree, AN. Just a smidgen of that time. A smidgen is good as well. So let's see. Takes just half that time. So it would be takes just half that time. Okay, a scintilla of that time. The eventual ride back. Both of those are good. Just a part. Part definitely works, Marina. Well done, Marina. Okay. And here we go. The downhill ride back cuts an hour, but the journey by road just takes a fraction of that time. So I think the ice cream here goes to Lucy for downhill right at the beginning, and somebody else gave me downhill as well right at the end, and Ollie as well. Okay, so, and it takes a fraction of that time, definitely. And let's try the next one. With a first class ticket that costs £6, the blue train at Ooty on a chilly morning, eager to experience this quintessential Nilgiris experience. Travelling. Okay. Travelling with a first class ticket that cost £6. Downhill wasn't you, Lucy. It was someone else then. Let me check it. It was Alexander North. It was Alexander North. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, yes, so downhill for Alexander North. Okay, I boarded from Oksana. I took from Zhenya. Travelling with a first class ticket. I boarded from Manji. That's good. Yeah. Okay, that looks good, AN. Well done. Equipped with. That's good, Patricia. Boarding. That works, Polly. I got on. That definitely works, Dennis, as well. I boarded the blue train. Good. Equipped, but some other option. Okay. Okay, look at AN. Adventuring with. Venturing with. Journeying with a... I would say journeying works, Renya, but it needs to be journeying. I got on the train. Venturing. Equipped with. Tripping with. That's very good, Manisco. So, armed with... I hopped on the blue train. So, notice this one. Armed with a first class ticket that cost about £6, I boarded the blue train at Uti on a chilly morning, eager to experience this quintessential Nilgiris experience. So well done, AN, again. Hi, hi Sahil, great to have you. Travelling, armed. Yes, travelling with a first class ticket. It works quite nicely, Ronan. Yep, armed. It's an unusual word. Armed with my ticket. It's almost like a defence in this case. Hi Funda, lovely to see you. I think armed is quite an unusual choice. Let's see, armed with my tools, I went to work. Yeah, armed with a flashlight, I went out into the darkness. Armed with my equipment, I faced the crowd. This is a metaphor, Oksana, and we do use this quite often. To be armed with the equipment you need to do something. So armed with my computer, I gave the live stream. Armed with a German dictionary, I started to communicate with these people. It's very interesting. Armed with my apparatus, I then went to fix my car. That's the idea, Sunset. That's very good, SSV. Harnessed. Okay, not quite with harnessed. So, a second class ticket is than half the price, but the light cushioning of the seats. Okay. Thank you, Manji. That is so kind of you. Ole, Manji. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Manji. You are so generous. Wow. So, hi, Prudence. Great to have you. So, let's see. Less than for SSV and Oksana, but lacks the light cushioning. That works very nicely, SSV. Thank you again, Manji. So, less than. Well done, Prudence. Good to have you. Less than for Ollie. But offers the light cushioning on the seats. I like offers. That's very nice, Oksana. Less than half, definitely Rupa. The second class, but excludes, that's a good way of doing it, Blood, is less than half. Good, AN. Caparisoned. But without. I like Ollie's, but without. Okay, Renyard says less than half the price. but lacks the light cushioning. But without Feroli, I think that's the right one. And I am honoured too to have you as a student, Manji. Thank you for coming. It's been lovely to have you, and thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Happy Easter to you too, Manji. Okay, so armed with his apparatus, a technician entered the control room. Yes, Renyard, that's the idea of using armed. That's how to do it. Armed with his mouse, he clicked on every box that he could. So, a second-class ticket is less than half the price, but without, lacking, minus the light cushioning on the seats. I have to say that Indian trains are really, really good value. Yeah? They're cheap and they get you there. And so here comes the next. But minus the, definitely Patricia. So, D. Om Prakash Narayan, senior public officer with Southern Railway, which the train, told me when you get into the train, it's like you enter another. Thank you again, Manji. Thank you so much, Manji. Another world. Another world is good, SSV. Okay, that looks very good. Public. I like that. I like Oksana's public transportation officer. Public transport officer. Yeah, definitely for SSV and Lucy. Okay, so AN goes public relations, which operates the train. You enter another world. So public relations for Renyard, good. Operates the train for SSV, good. The public operating officer maintains the train, that's good, Genya, enters a new dimension. Ice cream for Genya. That last one is dimension. And that I thought was a difficult one. You enter another dimension. Public liaison officer. I like liaison, Patricia, which launched the train. It could be, but I would guess that this train has been going for 100 and something years. Also notice the name Southern Railway. This is not an Indian name. This railway line was probably built during the Raj. Public executive officer, works blood. Another world for Renyard, definitely. Public relations for Ollie. Another world for Patricia. Another epoch, another era, another dimension. So, Renyard, the dimension joke is actually the right answer. Which owns the train. Owns is much better, Steele. Another universe. I love it, Patricia. Another realm. And Tinu. Public relations Tinu. Which looks after the train. You enter another home. No. So, D. Om Prakash Narayan, senior public relations. Well, look, Renyard, it's the right answer. I think it probably is a little bit bombastic. Yeah? I think I probably like another world from Patricia. Where else? Another era works quite here. It's okay, Linwood. So, okay, he's the public relations officer, interaction with people, which operates the train. Says you enter another dimension. So, let's try one more. And here we go. I could see when I boarded the tiny Okay, that looks like a good start, vibes. I like Dimension as well. It sounds a bit weird, but yes, Marina, it's what they put. Meant and vehicle for Genya. Tiny carriage for SSV. AN, what he meant for AN. Meant the tiny wagon for Habi. And carriage for AN. Bus, unfortunately it's a train. Meant what he meant. Cart, this is for a train. Liaison officers, a position in the military. Yes, but not only. Liaison is the link between two different groups. Yeah, you could have a liaison officer in the police. Yeah, you can have a liaison officer with almost anything. A liaison is a link between two groups. Renyard. So meant for Patricia, good. Meant for Linwood, well done. Meant and coach for Ollie, good. Meant and vehicle. What he described for Renyard, that's good. Well done, Ronan. The tiny compartment, I like compartment best. I think compartment's the best one I've seen, Genya. The tiny car definitely works as well. I can see what he meant when I boarded the tiny construct, the tiny vehicle, the tiny train, the tiny coach from Oksana, the tiny locomotive. So, I think, okay, so I like compartment more than coach. But I could see what he meant when I boarded the tiny coach. So, thank you all for coming. We're going to stop there. Let's see. Next stream is on Tuesday, 11th of April at 9:30 a.m. UK time. Yeah, I like compartment. I think compartment's my favourite word for that second one. So, very many thanks to all of you. So, thank you Oksana, thank you Habi, thank you Genya, thank you Manji, and thank you for the donation as well, Manji. That is incredibly generous of you. And not for the first time as well, so thank you, Manji. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you, Linwood and Patricia. And thank you, Ollie and Lucy and Oksana and Renyard and Genya and Ronan and Blood and Sahil and Alexander Norse and Marina and Tinu. And who else do I need to thank? And SSV, and to Manji, and to Rupa, and to Prudence as well. Okay, thank you all for coming. It's been incredibly kind of you all. Thank you, Girl Carloses. So, I hope to see you on Tuesday. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you, Rushi. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you, Prudence. So thank you all, and special thanks to Manji for the